things out and add some new sets after last night, just because of the space on the floor? Did it look different? And you said it was partly because the new guards aren't really three-point shooters like maybe the guys did in the past. Did it look different to you last night? Did the floor balance look
On
off?
film, yeah, it came through. I think that's why. I mean, you talked to me last night. It just felt a little different. Just one, because we hadn't played together, but two, just because we were so stagnant. But the runs were good today. Hopefully, it'll be better Friday. But more than anything, just free flowing and knowing that we have guys that are smart basketball players, high IQ basketball players, and with that we can pick apart defenses and be naturally a lot better than we were last night. But yeah, we saw that on the tape. It came out.
It seems drastic to make changes like that based off one preseason game.
Yeah, but also I agree. But even in some of our practice sets, with me at the 5, it's been a little bit of a change. Having the new guys has been a little bit of a change. But just with our personnel, we got to figure out what works and kind of toy around with it a little bit. I think that's what Ty is trying to do.
They say that when you bring a whole bunch of new guys together, it takes a while to click and get moving. Yeah. But all the new guys are former MVPs and all-stars, been in the league forever. So should this take less time?
That's the idea, yeah. I mean, we hope so. And I think, as I mentioned, the guys having such high IQs that it should be pretty quick on guys adjusting and picking it up.
Can you figure this out though with Luke Caron's not playing on Friday? Obviously his ankle's another.
Yeah, I mean we have to. He's luckily he's pretty easy to play with because he's going to distribute that ball and set our pace, set our tempo, and we feed off of him. So it's a luxury that we have having him on our squad, being our leader. But yeah, do we wish we had a little bit more time with him in the preseason? Yes, but we got to make do with what we have.
A report recently came out that has him again as the odds-on favorite to win the MVP, just as it's been the last couple of years. And again, the last couple of years he's finished in that 3 to 5 range. What can he do to get back to the top of that mountain?
I mean, he's at the top. I know that last year the voting he went in the top 3, but every year he could be the MVP. I mean, even last year, and you look at his numbers, they were all up, assists and rebounds, and the way he was scoring the ball, his efficiency all the way around. So this year will be no different, probably, with the way he feels, the way he looks. I know he had a little setback in training camp, but, we expect him to be, right there, if not the MVP. And, what he means to this team, he's that guy for us. So, we always expect greatness out of him.
Being in the starting 5, there's the direction of the league they're going with that, more of the stretch forward type of thing. But there are still teams out there that will present traditional bigs. I saw that last night with Robin. Have you talked to Ty about those kinds of mismatches and how you can, adjust to that?
Yeah, I think just playing to our strengths. But there will be times where I imagine that I'll be playing some 4, whether it's at the end of the game, maybe to start a game, depending on the matchups. But the matchups will, in some cases, dictate the lineup. So we'll just wait and see for that. But I mentioned, I don't know if toying is the right word, but we're going to try this lineup out and see how it works. And last night was the first real chance to see what it looked like. But we were so out of sync on both ends of the floor. It wasn't a good test.
My apologies if you answered this in the last couple of weeks. Did anyone here come to you during the summer and say you want to be traded?
Oh, I thought you were going to say play the 5.
I know we've covered that.
Yeah.
Did they say, listen, Kevin, we got a deal in place, we're going to move you? Did you ever get that call, or did your agent ever get that call?
I had my phone off, so I never got it. No, I never got that. I know that probably around the, I'm trying to think what, either the beginning of the season, trade deadline, or around the draft, that'll likely be the case.
Right.
So I've just expected that. So I'm not getting any sort of, there we go.
Between those rumors, which I guess were hotter, you can do that, hotter this summer than any time before, and Griff leaving, and Kyrie, and my point is, Did you need a period of time to get over the bad things that happened this summer and get to the place that you are now with this team?
No, I mean, I even came into training camp with, like I've tried to do most of the time, even when I talked to some of you guys in the locker room, but just tried to shut up, put my head down, and just go to work. I know in some cases that's maybe not easy to do, and in a lot of cases I'm pretty stubborn, but I try to be stubborn in all the right ways. And I know that might not answer your question, but it's just one of those things where there's a lot of, chaos, for lack of a better term, a lot of movement throughout the entire league, but including us. So I just thought to myself, whatever happens, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to be ready. And as I've told you guys all along, I was hoping it was here. And I don't know if my name was thrown around or not, but I just wanted to be ready to go.
Do you think that this team is in a better place now than it was when we lost game 5?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think we have to think that way, but if there was any sort of semblance of bad blood or something that needed to be aired out, or just kind of a fresh start, I think that's what we have now, and we have to move forward. And as far as depth and a lot of guys that have a chip on their shoulder and willingness to win and willingness to sacrifice, I think that we have that, and that'll kind of show out and show through throughout the season.
With you trying to incorporate so many new faces in such a short amount of time, does it remind you at all of the beginning of 2014 when you, LeBron, Kyrie all got together, and how can that experience going through that once help this process?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think we have more of an identity. We know what we need to get done. We've been to the mountaintop. We've lost twice there, but we feel like we have a pretty good idea of what we need to do to win, and bringing guys along, especially with the veterans we have. I mentioned the hunger and the chips, and guys' willingness to do certain things out there on the floor. I think that only helps us in our progression.
Is it fair to say that the first unit is still looking for an identity, though, or what the identity is going to be after playing such a different way the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think so. Just because it's new, it's different. We're implementing. Essentially, it's 4 new guys with me playing the 5, just at a different position. It is a little different. Although I have played some 5 on this team, and kind of know what we want to get out there. But it is going to take a little bit of time. But we have enough talent, and we have enough guys that are smart enough to make plays that where we can do some damage.
There was so much talk about that hunger when you guys showed up for camp. Do you still feel it every day?
I hope so. Yeah, we need to feel that. We need to act on it as well, and day by day. I mean, we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. Want it to happen, super fast, really quick. But we feel like today was a good step for us. Tonight, maybe not so much, other than getting through the film and cleaning some stuff up. But get through Friday, have a couple hard practices, and then be ready to go.
I had one technical one. I was talking to Ty about blitzing on pick and rolls, and could be doing that a little more often this year. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't remember. How much have you done that in the past where you blitzer? It seemed to me like Tristan was more of that guy than
a lot in the playoffs. I mean, there was especially with a primary ball handler or a really ball dominant guard, we'll probably blitz a lot, just try to get out of his hands. I mean, we did a lot with Isaiah at Boston, but it just depends, I guess, on matchups, who we're playing. But just our rotations and that trust and us playing together just has to be there. So it's both ends.
You did that in the playoffs. You did that.
Yeah, did a lot of playoffs.
What have you learned about Jay over the last couple of weeks since you guys have been playing next to one another?
He's got a lot of heart. I mean, he's one guy that I've been talking a lot to. He's a guy with a lot of heart, plays really hard, can shoot it, guard, just about every position. So he's going to be a guy that I'm going to enjoy going to war with.
Is he going to be a bit of a safety net for you defensively?
I think for all of us, yeah. I mean, just 1 through 4, maybe 1 through 5, being able to switch. He's a guy that really gives us depth on the defensive end. Not only can he do a lot on the offensive end, and he's shown that, but defensively he's going to be huge for us.
Yeah, I think we're in a good position. I also think we still got some work to do as far as building chemistry and getting used to each other and playing and stuff like that. But as we go along, I feel like it'll grow and we'll get better.
Good test for you guys for them to make that run there in the third quarter and kind of give you a challenge.
Yeah, I think that was good for us, give us a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of adversity. I thought it was great for us, and I thought we responded pretty well after that, so just got to build on it.
We learning each other, trying to get used to each other, and I mean, we lost one game, and you know, there's always stuff you could fix, and I feel like as long as we know what we need to fix and work at it, and during practice, I think we'll be all right.
What do you think you guys do need to tighten up between now and over?
Just a little decision making. You know, guys are a little antic when stuff don't go their way, but I mean, you just got to stay positive, stay focused, and go with the defense give you.
A lot of ups and downs, man. I think it was everybody competed this preseason, man. You know, that's kind of just been I think the talk of this whole camp is that everybody came out here with the right mindset. And, you know, it showed pretty much through our play. You know, we're a confident group, and I think we can make some shock this year.
What do you think you guys are concentrating on the next week getting ready for the opener?
Really just knowing that, you know, we're not perfect, and we're not there yet. You know, we're nowhere near where we want to be. So we definitely got to tighten some things up on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you know, we can defend the teams. You know, we can win. And that's what it's going to come down to.
Miles, things you've liked after the first 4 preseason games?
I like how positive everybody is. You know, I like the spirit. I like the fact that everybody's picking each other up. I like the togetherness of this group so far. You know, that's one of the positives I can really take away. You know, I like the fact that this group can just play. You don't have to call too many plays. You go out there, just freelance if we need to, and guys that make the right play.